Welcome to RoXolid Productions, where in this episode we are going to check out the supercharger from CharJenPro. Hey guys, Gary here with RoXolid Productions, and I know, gaming channel, what am I doing with cell phone accessories? I love my cell phones, my smartphones, my technology, and CharJenPro makes some really cool accessories, not just for gaming, like I have my CharJenPro switch hub is down below here, but they make some great accessories for Macs, PCs, and this here is their supercharger for basically your portable devices, smartphones, tablets, headphones, a lot of different things you can power on this. Plus, how many different clone consoles do we have now that also get powered from USB? That's right, I'm going to test this out, not just on tablets and smartphones, but I'm going to check and see, will it power an NES Classic? Will it power Super NES Classic? Will it power a Gamer's Tech 16-bit HD and 8-bit HD? We're going to see exactly the power that this has on it. Now, this does feature 5 USB ports, and it looks like either one USB-C or a Lightning port. We'll take a closer look when we get inside. It's designed to charge smartphones, tablets, all USB devices. Oh, USB-C port right there. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm blaming that as well. It even claims that it charges laptops. So if you have a USB-C equipped laptop like the Pixel from Google or some of the Chromebooks use USB-C, you could possibly charge that device on here. It's pretty cool. And the great thing about this, and again we'll show this on the bench in a second, is it helps you get rid of clutter. Don't laugh. I know there's one person out there that's going to laugh when I say this, possibly two. All right, a lot of people are going to laugh when I say this. I hate clutter. It drives me nuts. Yes, my stuff is cluttered all over the place because I generally go from one project to the next to the next. But I hate clutter, especially on my nightstand where I charge my phone and my tablet and my headphones. And hopefully the way this is set up, it'll help eliminate that. I do want to thank CharJenPro for sending us the supercharger that you see here. Now, one of the cool things about CharJenPro, like I mentioned, is they do carry some really cool accessories for PC and Mac, but they also carry the CharJenPro Switch Hub, which allows you to have a really nice small portable hub and dock for your Nintendo Switch. So they do have a connection to the video game genre, so that's one of the cool reasons, or one of the reasons why I think it's cool that they sent us this to take a look at. And again, like I mentioned, on the front of the box, charges smartphones, tablets, all USB devices, USB-C port, and it'll charge a laptop. Now, 45 watt output. The higher the wattage, basically the more current output you're going to get out of each channel, so you can realistically charge faster and with more power. On the back of it, specs, each of the 5 USB ports outputs 2.4 amps. That's important. That's what the Nintendo Switch needs, so this may actually even charge up the Nintendo Switch. USB-C port outputs 45 watts. Quick charge can be used through that port for fast charging. Input is 110, 240, so this is good in the US or internationally on 50 or 60 hertz. Output 5 USB, 5 volts, 9 amps. That's a ton of current. And the Quick Charge 3.0 will charge output between 3.6 and 6.5 volts at 3 amps, 6.5 to 9 volts at 2 amps, or 9 volt to 12 volt and at 1.5. Basically, it's Ohm's law, E equals IR. And the USB Type-C is either 5 volts, 3 amp, 12 volt, 3 amp, 15 volt, 3 amp, or 20 volt, 2.25 amps, so that's really cool. Total output 90 watts. That's outstanding. I know RC chargers that don't have a 90 watt output. Free cables, no joke! Your purchase of the supercharger equals 2 free additional cables. Just pay basically for shipping. Just go to charjenpro.com/free cables and you can get free cables of either an 8-inch lightning cable, 8-inch micro USB cable, 8-inch USB-C to A cable, or another USB-C to USB-C cable. So that is very, very cool. And if you want, we'll even hook you up with a 20, 30, or 40% off any CharJenPro product. Just go to charjenpro.com/I love it. It's their way of saying thank you to their supporters. So very cool on CharJenPro for doing that. They've done that on some other devices too. Very nicely packed. And if you look on the side, it almost looks like a vertical charging hub, really, where you've got your USB outputs here along with your USB-C, your power input here. On the back, you've got all your pertinent information as far as voltage and current. CharJenPro logo right there. Vented on the bottom to get rid of heat. If it's putting out 90 watts of power, this sucker's gonna get warm. I'm telling you that right now. So good to have that. And these slots should be where the plates will go in. So here's our divider plates. There's 6 here, and then looks like there's another one there. Smartwatch holder if you have one of those bad boys. Your cables here. USB to micro USB. I'm just gonna set them back in here so we know what we have. USB to micro USB. USB to Thunderbolt, or for your newer iPhone connections. There's another iPhone style or iPad connection, and there's another one. So a little disappointed, I have to say, that there's no USB-C connectors in here. And then you have your power cable itself. And then these just have a film on them to protect them during shipping so that they don't get all marred and scratched up. It's, you know, just a really thin, there we go, that's all there is to it. And depending on how many slots you're gonna use, they'll just pop in right like so. And that's basically, you can see the finished product. I'm not gonna have you wait to see this. We'll do that in just a second off camera, but that's what it'll look like when it's done. And has spot at the back for the watch holder, which is actually, I already put that in there. Your USB-C quick charge is on the front. That's this bad boy right there. And these guys are listed at 5 volts, 5 volts, 2.4 amp on all of those on the side. Now the other thing that's really cool, if you haven't seen so yet, make sure you check out our review of the CharJenPro induction charging station, because you can use this. Let's plug into the side right like so, and this can actually provide power to this to charge like my Samsung Galaxy Note 8. I can charge right through there too. So pretty cool way that you can use 2 of their devices together to really get the most out of it. So what we're going to do at this point, like I say, we're going to put the dividers in, we're going to test it out, and like I say, one of the things I want to find out for gamers, can this be utilized with like an NES Classic, a Super NES Classic, a Super Retro Trio Plus, even a Nintendo Switch? Can I power those devices through this? So, okay, I know I said the whole idea behind this in the beginning was to clean up wires so there's less clutter. Trust me, when I get this finally straightened out, it'll look a lot better. But right now I have my Samsung Galaxy Note 8 on the induction charging station from CharJenPro plugged in, which we'll see the blue glow pop up there. It'll indicate that it is charging. There, you just saw the phone flashing. I actually decided to use the plastic piece that comes for smartwatches. It's good for me to put my Bluetooth headphones on to charge. I've got my Samsung Galaxy Tab S2 charging on here, my 8-bit DOE gamepad. My Nintendo Switch is here and it is charging. If you see, might be hard to see, but it is charging in the upper right hand corner, and it is providing power to our GamersTech 16-bit HD, which is what we're showing Earthworm Jim, the PAL version that I recently brought back from Germany on. I'm going to disconnect the HDMI cable and the power cable from the back of the GamersTech 16-bit HD. I'm going to connect it up to my Super NES Classic for power, just to see, again, if that will power it. Power light is on. Just set it there and wait for a second. Takes a few seconds for it to go through my capture device. Actually does not look like it was able to power because it shut off the LED here. Let's try it one more time. And let's see, and it went out. So it does not look like it has enough current to power the Super NES Classic, which I found for some strange reason that both the Super NES Classic and the NES Classic need a lot of current to run. So let us try the NES Classic, just to be on the safe side here. We'll do it the same way. The light is on the system. Looked like it was going to go through for a second to the capture device. Let's see, fingers crossed. So it will power my NES Classic, but for some reason would not power the Super NES Classic. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to connect Switch Hub, and it's on. This is the first multi-output that I have seen that will work with the Switch dock. That is really, really great. A to continue, there we go. We are hooked up and everything, so that is good to know that you can power the Switch off of that output there, but the standard USB ports do not have enough current to be able to provide power. So I love using docks like this to power my game systems. I'm kind of bummed out that it doesn't provide enough power for the Super NES Classic Edition. It's odd that the Gamerstech 16-bit HD, which you would think has more going on since it's reading actual cartridges versus ROMs, but this is a great sign here. I'm digging this system so far. We're definitely going to do some more testing. Make sure you keep an eye on our Twitter account at RoXolid Studios. I am going to provide updates as we do get more experience with this, but so far I am really digging it. I've used it for a couple of days actually so far, and what I have found is it doesn't do the rapid charging when I'm using the induction charging, because the induction charging, it's the standard output on there anyways. That is the limitation of that dock itself. But realistically, I could actually get another charging port out of here by tapping into the port on the back of the charger itself. It works with a number of devices without issue. I like the fact that it has the number of ports that it has. I do wish that it came with a USB-C to USB-C cable. That is a bit of a bummer, but the nice thing is they do include that coupon in the box that you can contact them and get 2 extra cables free of charge. Good on them for doing that. I'd almost rather see them include 1 micro USB cable, 1 USB-C cable, and 1 lightning cable, and have everything else available by that coupon. For me, I will never use those Apple plugins. I'm not an Apple user, so those will go to waste on me. But if they took those out and did them by mail, yes, they'd have to pay for postage and the package would be a little bit heavier, but you'd actually provide a little bit more of a better value to the end customer, because you get them exactly what they need versus, again, I'll never use any of those Apple connectors that are in there. One thing I noticed initially when I first powered it on and I only had the induction charger plugged in is there was a little bit of a high-pitched whine coming from the unit. The more devices that I plugged in, that went away. So I'm assuming that's some kind of circuit in there that's just getting warmed up, quite honestly. Charges my tablet great. It charges my headphones wonderfully. Like I say, I like the fact that it works with the induction charger also from CharJenPro. It's really important that when you have a manufacturer making multiple accessories, that those accessories work with each other, and these do. You know, I'm charging my 8-bit DOE controller here, and it's working fine for that. I am very pleased with the fact that it works with the Switch dock. Thanks to CharJenPro for sending these to us, or sending this to us for review. Well, these, because we do have the review coming up soon too on the induction charger too. If you want to learn more about CharJenPro, and if you want to purchase one of these for yourself, I will have the link down below in the more info section where you can go ahead and do that. Go ahead too, if you do have any comments or questions on this device too, or anything in general, as always, feel free to leave a comment down below. You can also email me, as always, at roxsolidmail@gmail.com. We answer all of our emails. You can also visit us on Twitter, like I mentioned, at RoXolid Studios, and then as well on our Facebook page at RoXolid Productions at facebook.com/RoXolid Productions, and you can check us out on there. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you are kept up to date when we do come out with new video content such as this. And if you hit that bell icon, you'll get a notification each and every time I do upload a new video. We try to post 2 to 4 videos every week, so keeping that content fresh is important to us, and hopefully it's important to you as well. And finally, if you want to help support the future of RoXolid Productions, you can do so by visiting us on our Patreon page, patreon.com/RoXolid. And for as little as $1 a month, you get early access to all of our video content, exclusive one-on-one conversations. We even let you kind of help steer the direction of what we're doing on future content. What do you think of this? Should we change this up? We kind of let our Patreons voice their opinions and let us know what they think about stuff too. So again, patreon.com/RoXolid. And finally, if you are looking for any sorts of accessories for your gaming needs, don't forget to visit CastlemaniaGames.com. And if you use promo code RX10, you will save 10% on just about everything on the website, and orders of $20 or more, free shipping in the US. So thanks again to CharJenPro for sending us this dock to test out. It's working great. Again, I'm blown away. It powers the Switch, yes! So very cool on there. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.